Hello everybody, welcome back. This is NAKIE and this is Cook with NAKIE. Hope everyone is doing well. And today's menu we're making palmnut soup. So in the bowl I have my palmnut. This was from Ghana. It was frozen before it got here, so it's still kind of hard. I had to thaw it, but because of the chop in it, it's kind of a little bit harder, so I had to use knife to divide it. I'm not going to be using all, so I just cut it into half and I'm going to use the rest later. So I used a knife to separate the palm cream and the chaff because it was kind of hard. And I'm adding my hot water. So anytime you're making palm nuts with this, you need hot water to melt the cream so you'll be able to get your soup well. Otherwise, it's gonna be on the chaff and you're gonna throw it away, and that's a waste of money. So you want to add hot water to make sure everything is melted so you get enough soup. So after I added the hot water, I needed to wait for at least 30 to 45 minutes for it to be like warm up a little bit. But as you can see, it was still a little hot, but I found my way through it, yeah. So if you cannot, you want to wait till it's really, really warm because it's hot and you don't want to burn yourself too, but I was okay with it. So yeah. So right now I'm just sieving it, making sure the chop is separated from the cream. That is the soup. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm adding more hot water to the chaff because I realized there's still more like palm cream in it, and I don't want to waste anything. So yeah, just to take off all the cream that I need, and yeah, this one is dry now, so you could tell everything is off. I'm gonna strain this, and we are almost getting ready to make our soup. Anytime somebody go to Ghana that I'm close to, my sister-in-law loves to make this for me, and I love it so much. I've been using the can, it's okay, but it's always good to have the authentic way. So this is a fish I'll be using: my adrenaline, that's smoked catfish, my smoked turkey, my kako, that's salted fish, so good in palm soup, my tuna, my puku, and my other dry fish. So usually when I'm making soup with only fish, I usually don't like steam it like I'm making like meat or chicken, starting with it. But this time I wanted to have a lot of infusion into it. So I just took one of the fish, like some of part of it, and I'm gonna start with it. Um, just because it tears apart easily. So when you start with it, by the time you're done, your soup is like all your fish is like torn apart in your soup. But that's fine. I'm not gonna be stirring it a lot. And I left some of the fish on the side. I'm going to put it back when the soup is almost done. This is for more infusion into the soup, especially with that adrenaline. It tastes so good, and I wanted to have a lot into the soup with the opoku, with the turkey. Yes, so that's the reason why I'm steaming it this way. So this has been cooking for about 5 to 7 minutes, and yeah, it's smelling so good with the catfish, with the puku, so good. And as you can tell, the catfish are starting tearing apart, but it's okay. That's what it does anyway. So that's why I'm not stirring it a lot. I'm adding my palm cream now. Make sure you strain it for the second time. You could strain it for the third time if you prefer, but the second was okay. So I'm adding my vegetable. That's my scotch bonnet pepper, my tomatoes, and my onion. So my soup was really a lot at this point. So when I was dropping in my vegetable, it was like it was going to pour over. So I had to like, yeah, take some off, then have a little bit space and pull one of my tomatoes. Otherwise it was going to boil over into the fire, and that's not good. So anytime you have a lot of soup, you want to put some on the side, because as the soup boils, it's going to reduce in quantity anyway, and you could put it back later on. That's exactly what I did. My soup been cooking for about 10 minutes now, and my tomatoes and onions and scotch bonnet pepper are all soft now. They're tender, so I took them out. I'm gonna blend it and pour it back into the soup. After pouring in the blended vegetables, you want to make sure you stir it so that everything is like well mixed together. And it's time for me to add the rest of my fish. Yeah, this is power packed fish soup. So good. It has a lot of flavors from everywhere. This kind of fish, the adrene, the tuna, the smoked turkey was really good. And the kako, do not forget your kako. The reason why I did not start with the kako is really salty, and I feel like the when I started earlier it's going to be a lot of salt. And now with this soup I did not add salt just because of the kako. It's really salty, so anytime you're using kako to make your soup, please make sure you taste before you add any additional salt. I'm not adding some of the soup that I put on the side. Remember, it was too much, so I put some on the side. And yeah, I'm putting it in now because the soup boiled for a couple of minutes, so it reduced in quantity. After additional 10 to 12 minutes, I could not stir the soup. As you can tell, I'm just taking my time. I just don't want to stir too much because I don't want to mess up my fish. I added like a quarter of my shrimp tablet. Use any seasoning of your choice. And oh my god, this soup was everywhere. Smells so good and tastes really good. I'm adding my ginger powder. This is optional, but I just love it. The smell of this soup is like you're back home in Ghana. This is home away from home. So good. Everything authentic, like the Ghanaian way of making Abenkwan or Palmnut soup. It is right here. So my soup cooked for about 45 minutes to an hour, and it was ready. You could tell the oil on top, the fish overload, everything was so good. And I was trying to save myself, like, wow, so I use all this fish? Yeah, that is me. When I get a lot of fish from Ghana, oh, I have to use them. I have to make sure I enjoy myself. So that's exactly what I did this time. But after this, I'm going to be soppy on my fish because, hey, I'm not going to get it every day. And it's so expensive in the African market anyway. So, yeah, this time I only want to enjoy myself. And yeah, I enjoyed it with kokonte. Yes, kokonte. And I got a coconut from Ghana too. So yeah, I really did enjoy myself. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something new. I hope you give this recipe a try and I know you will love it. Until I come your way next time, please give me a thumbs up if you love this video. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. This is Cook with NAKIE. Be good to yourself. Be good to everybody. It goes a long way.